Mick Sorby and Sorby Junior grandson.
Ted.
Ted. Are you Ted?
Say hiya. Say hiya.
Right, Mick, we're putting together a few bits. I'll just shut that. So we're going to be making a film with the fantastic Fat Cat Productions. Paul Suggett, Dan Walker done their Lee Duffy Too Far Too Soon. So we're going to be filming with them in 3 weeks. We're going to be filming in the shipping, is it? In Headlands?
On the Headlands, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. The Three Stooges, you, Philly Tobin, Algie, talking about probably, I don't know, the last 60 years in Hartlepool.
Yeah.
Lots of funny tales, lots of piss takes, lots of funny stories. And we're going to be doing I'm probably 20,000 words into Hartlepool Born and Bred 2. That's going to be coming out this Christmas. I must say, Mick, I'm enjoying doing the second book.
Oh,
Probably even a lot more than the first one.
Yeah.
It's a lot more funnier, and it's not about you this time.
No, it's about everybody in Hartlepool, like characters in Hartlepool, things like that, and just a general laugh at Hartlepool itself.
Yeah, I've just been talking to War Cry Publishing, and they said, what genre does this go under? And do you know something? It stuck me because I didn't know. But then again, I suppose it's Hartlepool history. History, Hartlepool social history.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's just everything to do with on the cobble fights, deaths, burglaries, murders, robberies, tales from the estates, the scams, the blags, futures of Hartlepool, characters of Hartlepool.
There's some characters there, like
famous people from Hartlepool.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the A to Z of Monkey Hanging.
Yeah. good name for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's we're getting a good following on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Hartlepool Born and Bred Books. If anyone would like to follow and be updated on the documentary and the books. How's everything with you, Mick, then? Because obviously you're fighting battles with cancer.
I've had a couple of bad weeks, but I'm all right now. Yeah, I get more good bits than bad bits. It's all right. I'll manage.
You're not one to whinge, are you?
Well, no, there's no point. It won't do me any good, will it?
Yeah. But is it what's been your secret ingredient then? The CBD, the proper stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it's really helped me. It's how to explain. It shrunk my tumors to about 0.2.
How's it doing today?
Today I feel great today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've drove here from Hartlepool. I wouldn't take a chance to burn the motor if I felt bad. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So, I mean, this book, I think I put in, actually, obviously it's me narrating it through the full lot. And the book is essentially around Alan, Algie here, Philly Tobin and yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, I get a few bits from War Cry's fellow publishing, Richie Horsley, good friend of mine who I really like and I trust. But I think now, obviously, you've known each other since forever, and now the three of you are just basically battling who can be the last to the cemetery gates.
Right. Yeah.
So the remaining one of you stands over the other two's graves and laughs.
Yeah. Well, no, we won't laugh, would you say?
Yeah.
All right, we're willing.
So who's this then?
This is Ted.
Ted? Are you Ted?
My great-grandson.
Great-grandson?
Oh, loves his granddad, don't you?
Is your granddad daft?
Am I?
A bit. You know, don't you?
I don't know why he's shy. I don't. He's not shy normally.
But there's lots in on everything in Hartlepool. I spoke to Alan Thompson last night. He played for Hartlepool.
Oh yeah.
As the more you delve into the town, I mean, I grew up 12, 14 miles away in Middlesbrough, and Hartlepool, it was only a place I ever went at boxing shows, and the more you delve into the history, it does have a murky underworld, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And a place where I think it's bred into people at a young age, like a sixth sense, that even if you can't fight, you've got to pretend you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be a victim all your life.
You can't. Once you start bullying, you'll never end with it. Once you let them bully you.
What's Hartlepool like today?
Well, I could do a lot more work there. There's no work with the kids. That's why they're getting into drugs and into trouble. They need work. They need jobs.
Do you see it getting better?
I'd like to think so. I can't at the moment, but I'd like to think it would get better. I really would.
I mean, you've lived there all your life.
Yeah.
Hartlepool's been good to you, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I've got kids and grandkids who need work. But, as you get older, do you know what I mean? Like great grandkids, Grim.
Yeah.
By the time he's grown with nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
The only jobs you get now is picking on a belt. You know, for like
I mean, we were talking about your nephew, who I remember actually. He was my age from the amateur boxing scene, Ronnie Hughes.
Yeah.
And he's done well for himself. He lives abroad now, training stars.
Yeah.
You know. But you said something to me. I struck a chord, and you said he's done well for himself, and I'm proud of him because if he'd have stayed in Hartlepool, the only thing he would have been was a doorman or being used to be some kind of enforcer.
Yeah.
And is Hartlepool that bleak?
Yeah, it is at the moment. It is. It has been for a few years now. Yeah.
It's sad to say though that the reality is if you want to make something of yourself in Hartlepool, you've got to leave.
You have to. You've got to leave, or like I don't know what. I couldn't have left because I had kids, but I don't know what would happen if I left. I don't know. Probably end up working with somebody down the door.
Are you glad you never left?
Yeah, I really am. Yeah. Yeah. I love my family. I really do.
Yeah. So Hartlepool Born and Bred 2 is going to come out, and this book really does come with a disclosure warning because, as Richie Horsey said to me the other week, he said, once the monkey bites you, Hartlepool is in your blood forever. And this book is that much about Hartlepool, like you're probably going to end up looking like a monkey when you finished it. How long's a piece of string? How many Hartlepool books can we do? I don't know. There's a lot. I've got this one finished now, and you keep saying, "Oh, we've got to put this, we've got to put that."
There's lots more to come.
So I'd rather just say, listen, keep it for another book.
Yeah.
The selling. Hartlepool seems to be a place that likes to read.
Yeah.
Even though there's no pictures in it, but then again, there might be pictures in this one.
There hasn't been many books about Hartlepool, has there?
Yeah.
There's a couple of historians done books, the history of Hartlepool.
Yeah. Well, I was just reading about one this morning, actually. There's a few historian Hartlepool books, but there's never been one.
About the funny things that's happened.
Yeah, there's been a few in Middlesbrough, your Duffys, your Paul Debricks, your Paddy Maloney's, other people. Yeah. But there's never actually been. And Hartlepool's a place with a population of about over 90,000.
Yeah.
So that's quite a staggering,
2 seconds.
statistic, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. I think that what you said, Mick, this book's going to go well.
Yeah. Well, we're doing a documentary as well, so it's going to be filmed by Fat Cat Productions. The very talented Paul Suggett and his lovely assistant Dan Walker. And yeah, it's just going to be about 3 old stooges, 3 musketeers, 3 of the old swingers in town, talking about everything Hartlepool. Obviously, we're going to go around shooting scenes and because there is some. I mean, I didn't know Andy Catt was from Hartlepool.
Yeah, Red Smythe. Yeah.
I knew who Andy Catt was for years. The cartoon, the bloke.
Yeah.
Argues with his wife, drinks a pint, hat on. But there's a statue of Hartlepool in that, isn't there?
Yeah, near what do you call it? Pub. Right on the front, seafront.
Yeah. See, all this is oblivious to me. I didn't even realise Hartlepool was an interesting place. It's kind of like my new Wakefield, if you like.
Yeah. Oh, really.
But yeah, it's let's just see how many books we can do.
Yeah.
We'll do a documentary. It was a pleasure, Mick. Teddy, absolute pleasure, mate. And I'm going to let your granddad go.
I'm going to have to take you home, man.
He's going to drive you home and buy you lots of sweets.
Yeah. I might even buy you ice cream.
But the downside is you've got to hang around with granddad.
Yeah.
That's not going to do your street cred any good at all, mate, in the nursery.
No, because someone's done my street cred. And I know that, what do you call it? Love Island.
Yeah? What's this about you liking Love Island? Because you sent me something the other week and I didn't know what it was. And then our friend Connor said, Mick, you sent me a link the other week of Love Island. And I went, yeah, you did. You sent me one. What's that about?
No, my son, Colin, like yourself, he done it.
All right.
Right.
So you're blaming your son?
Yeah.
What a piece of work you are. I wouldn't put all my hands up to that, Mick.
I've never watched one in my life.
Right.
Never.
But you go around and you share it, so you're supposed to promote Love Island then.
Then I'll Paul, because he's another one, Paul.
Right. Teddy, do you know your granddad likes Love Island? Did you know? You seen him watch it? You can tell me next time. Always a pleasure, Sorbies.
Yeah.